It's quite simple. Press the free like button if you think that the All Elite Fake Wrestling Devil storyline was a huge bust, was a huge disappointment. Like I said, they should have went with Jack Perry as the Devil. They dropped the ball. Bro, nobody cares about Adam Coleslaw like that. Why would you pick him as the Devil when 999.99% of your audience knew it was him? So you go the opposite. You go to a guy that people don't like as a person. That's Jack Perry. See, I always get things wrong with All Elite Fake Wrestling because they don't know what they're doing. So I watched the Rock segment on Raw. And yeah, I have been hearing rumors that, hey, Rock wants to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So how will we get there? People think that The Rock is going to ruin people's plans at WrestleMania. Listen, it would be weird irony. It would be very, very ironic if The Rock will be responsible for CM Punk not to main event another WrestleMania for the third time. That would be insane, man. Out of all the years, the year that CM Punk comes back to the company, The Rock also comes back and takes his spot at WrestleMania. That would be insane, but no, that's not going to happen. CM Punk will main event WrestleMania. Okay, let's not even bring that up. Okay, CM Punk will main event WrestleMania with Seth freaky Rollins. Okay, let's not even bring that up. We need to bring up Cody Rhodes. Where does this leave Cody Rhodes? Like I said, I think Mr. Cody Rhodes will find a way to talk to Nick Aldis and face Roman Reigns at the Chamber. So that's what I think. That's how Cody Rhodes will get his shot to face Roman Reigns. It has to be at the Elimination Chamber. And I think this is how I will book it. The Rock has to cost Roman that match. And that's how we will get The Rock and Roman at the main event of WrestleMania. But where would that leave Cody as the world champion? Like I said last summer when I compared Cody Rhodes and Brock to Rocky 3, Apollo and Rocky. Remember I said Cody will eventually have to owe Brock a favor. Eventually, he will have to give Brock Lesnar a shot at that world title. But I think it might be a triple threat match. That's how I would book it. Cody Rhodes, Brock, and Gunther Valentine. Because listen, I think Jey Uso will beat Gunther for that IC title. That's how I will book it. Listen, man, this guy, he's mega over. Triple H, listen, if he's smart, man, you got to take advantage of this Jey wave. Take advantage of the Jey Uso wave. This dude is mega over, man. I'm like, holy shit. Everybody was on their feet for Jey Uso tonight. So I will book that match. Gunther and Jey, have Jey go over. Then that's when we will move Gunther to the main event scene. And that's how we get Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the world title at WrestleMania. But let's add Brock to that match, right? That's how I would do it. But let's say they don't do it, all right? Let's say The Rock does cost Roman his title at the Chamber. Then Cody Rhodes will be the new world champion. Listen, I wouldn't rule out the fact that why not book The Rock and Cody Rhodes and Roman in a triple threat match at WrestleMania? Because listen, at the end of the day, CM Punk has to main event night one. That's facts. He has to main event night one. That's why he's back in the fucking first place, man. We gotta keep CM Punk happy. So night one, that's his. But let's say The Rock don't want to wrestle a long-ass match, a long-ass competitive match with Roman. If you add Cody Rhodes to that match, that means Cody will do all the work. That means The Rock won't have to take away so much energy. Because listen, The Rock always gets hurt. Every time he comes back, he always gets hurt. So by adding Cody Rhodes to that match, that actually protects Rock when it comes to his health, right? That means The Rock will do less work, and most likely Roman will take the pinfall. Because listen, rules are rules. The number one title in the whole entire company is the title that Roman has. So that means that title has to main event. There's no way in hell they would book The Rock and Roman on night two with no titles on the line. But why would you have Cody Rhodes as the world champion in that mid card of night two? I'm like, nah, man, that's whack. You can't have CM Punk main event night one for his world title. Bro, that is a second tier world title. That is not more important than the title that Roman has. So that's what I mean. This is tricky. I say, man, why not book a triple threat match? Cody, Rock, and Roman. Man, I would love to see The Rock and Cody Rhodes. I'm like, that would be very, very intriguing. I say, why not? All right, let's say The Rock does cost Roman Reigns his title at the Chamber. Okay, what are the odds of Roman just moving on? There's no way Roman would just move on. He would want his rematch, right? Because I heard when you lose your world title, you get a rematch, right? So I think Roman will want a rematch against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. But The Rock has to be involved, right? Obviously, The Rock has to be involved. So if Cody was to beat him, you can't have The Rock and Roman as the main event of WrestleMania on night 2 and have Cody Rhodes in that mid-card as the world title. I mean, as the world champion. That makes no sense. That's what I mean. I feel like Roman will be pissed the hell off that he lost to Cody Rhodes. So obviously, he would want a rematch. But The Rock has to be involved though, right? So that's what I mean. I feel like there's strong enough odds that we might get a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Rock, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns. That's how I will book it. Because it just makes no sense. Why would you have Roman lose his belt, but he gets the main event WrestleMania on night 2? Would be like Dave Batista and Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, remember? I feel like Cody Rhodes would be Daniel Bryan. That's what I mean. I say, why not make it a triple threat match? Because, man, that is going to be a hard sell. Why the fuck would you have Roman lose his belt, but still he main events night 2? It's like, bruh, by that logic, just make it a fucking triple threat match. Because at least we still have the main title in the main event. Now, listen, man, when it comes to all elite fake pro wrestling, man, I always get things wrong with that damn company. I'm like, man, listen, man, I don't take all elite wrestling seriously. I just don't. Every time I think Con Man will do something, he does the opposite. I'm like, bruh, everybody knows that Adam Coleslaw was going to be the fucking devil. Okay, make it Jack Perry. This idiot did not make it Jack Perry. And yes, it was a bust. Nobody gave 2 fucks about Adam Coleslaw as the devil because they knew he was the devil. So where are you idiots at, right? Remember, every mark was telling me that Adam Coleslaw was the devil. Okay, how come you didn't pop for it? Why didn't you pop for it? Nobody gives a fuck days later. You see, if it was Jack Perry, you would have cared. At least you would have been talking about it. Now, that's all people are saying is, well, it was a fucking dud. That it was Adam Coleslaw. I'm like, okay, but you were the same mark that didn't want Jack Perry as the fucking devil. Remember, people were saying, oh man, it's gonna be such a disappointment if it's Jack Perry. Well, bitch, you were still disappointed that it was fucking Adam Coleslaw, so shut the fuck up. It should have been Jack Perry. See, everything I say about all elite fake wrestling, it always becomes wrong. I get every prediction wrong with this company. I said Darby Allin should have beaten Max for his world title, but these dumbasses go with fucking Joe. Like, I always get things wrong with this company. Maybe that's why it's shit. Because they don't listen to reason. Bro, nobody cares about fucking Samoa Joe as the world champion, man. Nobody cares, man. He ain't that over. I'm sorry. And people say, oh, he is a big name. No, bro. Samoa Joe ain't no big name. Like, get the fuck out of here. He ain't no big name. Listen, Samoa Joe is only famous for being the rival of AJ Styles. He's only famous for being the rival of CM Punk. He's only famous for going to the same school as John Cena. That's the only reason he's famous, right? Remember, John Cena, Joe, they both went to the same fake pro wrestling school, remember? That's why Joe's famous. He's famous off of other people's names. But he ain't no big name. Why the fuck would you give him the world title? That makes no sense. Give it to fucking Darby Allin. See, they keep on dropping the ball. Like, I'm giving you game. Take it. I'm like I said, everything I say about all elite fake wrestling, it always becomes wrong. I'm like, but when it comes to the WWF, I get nothing wrong. That's the point I'm trying to make, right? Bruh, I've been watching the WWF since 1992. I don't get anything wrong. Why? I know how they think. I know how they book. I know what they look for. I know how they tell stories. So yes, I know everything about this company. But when it comes to all elite fake wrestling, I don't know shit about what Tony Khan is thinking. Why? He's a mark. He is a smart mark. I don't know how smart marks think. That's why I always get things wrong with his company, because he is a fucking smart mark. I'm not. So I say something, he goes the opposite way, just like a typical smart mark. Now, what do I think about Adam Coleslaw, his new faction of devils? Wow. Everything I say always ages great, right? I don't miss. When it comes to what I think about certain fake pro wrestlers, I don't miss, right? I did not miss on Trick Money Williams, right? Remember? I don't miss. When it comes to Adam Coleslaw, for the past 2 years, I made a video saying that he is nothing more than a faction leech. I said the only time he's relevant is when he is in a faction. He can't stand up on his own 2 feet. When he's by himself, nobody cares about him. But when he's in a group, people care about him. So yes, he is a faction leech. He's X-Pac. He needs a faction in order to be relevant, in order to look cool. He always has to be in a fucking faction. He needs to leech off of other guys that are over and more talented. That's why I don't like Adam Coleslaw as a wrestler. He's only relevant when he's in a faction. Facts. No lies being told. Every company that he's been in, he always has to have a fucking faction. Whether it was fucking Ring of Honor, fucking NXT, everywhere he's gone, he needs to be in a fucking faction. The fucking Bullet Club, the fucking Elite, the fucking Clique. Bruh, he's in everything. The fucking Super Clique. Like, bruh, how many groups have you been in? The damn Kingdom, right? Remember? The fucking Mount Rushmore of wrestling or some shit. Like, he's been in so many groups to be relevant, to stay over. Like I said, he's overrated. Now, let's talk about Wardlow. Wow. Wardlow, he's back to square one. So, he breaks away from Max, right? He breaks away from the Pinnacle. Remember that group? That failed group, the Pinnacle? So, he breaks away from Max and the Pinnacle to become a single star, right? That's the point, right? You be a bodyguard to a small guy like a Max, then you eventually break away and become a single star like Dave Bautista, right? Or a Diesel. So Khan, he fails on booking Wardlow like a monster. So now he's back to square one. He has to go back to being a faction lackey. Now he's back to being a faction muscle. He's back to being a fucking bodyguard. So now you're a bodyguard for Adam Coleslaw now? I'm like, bro, you are going backwards. You can't do that. That's like Dave Bautista going backwards as a bodyguard for somebody else. Nah, bro, you are going backwards. So now there's going to be a new story. When will Wardlow turn on Adam Coleslaw now, like he did with MJF? I'm like, this is shit booking. That's all I'm saying, but this is shit booking. And I'm like, man, Wardlow, he is going nowhere. He is going backwards now. Now you are back to being a bodyguard for a small guy? Bruh, Wardlow, he is a fucking zero. I'm sorry. Khan don't know what the fuck to do with Wardlow. Wardlow is back to being a faction bodyguard now. That means, bruh, he is nothing now. He might as well leave. I'm sorry. Wardlow, he might as well leave because you are going nowhere. Now you are a bodyguard to fucking Adam Coleslaw now? Bro, you just left Max. Like, what? So, listen. The point is, Adam Coleslaw is back to being a faction leech who can't get over by himself. Facts on facts. When it comes to this year's WrestleMania, listen, it's going to be a toss-up between we might get The Rock and Roman Reigns one-on-one with no belts on the line, or we might get a triple threat match. Cody Rhodes, Rock, Roman, Night 2, WrestleMania, world title on the line. Because we can't take away the main event away from CM Junk. Please, we don't need an unhappy CM Junk. So that's how I think things will go down. Listen, I'm done.